I am super excited to do this video because this is one of my favorite things to do. We're going to be talking about SaucerSwap. I will go through this one quickly, I promise. I'm going to get right to why do I think it can 100x? Why do I say it's one of my favorite videos to do? Because I love numbers and I particularly like to say, all right, is there any past information that would lead me to believe that I could turn actually $1,000, let's say, into $100,000? And what is the math to that? Does it actually look viable? We're going to talk about SaucerSwap. First, 3 quick housekeeping things. I'm Brian. Welcome. I'm a big dumb animal. Don't do what I do. Informational purposes only. Secondly, if you're in the US, you can buy crypto in an IRA. There's a QR code in the video. There's a link down below. You get $100 if you sign up using my link, and tax-free gains on your crypto. Since we haven't gone into a bull market yet, I believe that it's a great time to put crypto in your portfolio, and particularly in an IRA. Lastly, I have a school community. There's a link down below, crypto school, daily discussions, daily updates, as well as courses. If you like how I teach, check it out. Now, Sauce. Why am I looking at SaucerSwap? First, if you look at all of the various cryptos, a lot of these are called, if you don't know, layer ones. So just think of a layer one as a foundation on which other things are built. So let's just say you want a house and you want that house to go up in value. Well, the house should have a good, in real estate, they say location, 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 which means it should probably be in a good area and in a good development and all those sort of things. Okay. So if we want our house to go up in value, we want this crypto to go up in value, we need it to be in a good development, in a good area. So we want to pick a good layer one. What is one of the top layer ones? Well, Hedera at the moment is sitting at 15. I should have said this is July 18th, 2025. And I believe, and I think a lot of people believe, that Hedera is going to do even more. It's going to go even higher. But regardless, it is one of the top layer ones. Okay, so if it's a top layer one, and that layer one has certain things built on it, and they all do. For example, again, you're getting your house, which is your layer one. It's got a good foundation. What are you going to put in there? A dining room, a living room, a family room, some bathrooms, and a kitchen. And the realtor says the best, most popular thing in the house that has the most value is the kitchen. People are always there. And that's where you put the most money in because that's where you get the most ROI. Maybe bathrooms are second. Let's just assume kitchen is first. Okay, so if every house is going to have a kitchen, what does every layer one have? Well, we'll look at DeFi Llama, but the reason I'm looking at this is because you can look at the various layer ones and you can see what's built on top of them in the DeFi space because all of these homes have that kitchen, which is a decentralized exchange where you can swap all the different tokens in crypto on that particular layer one. And usually they also have a borrow lend. If you watch me, you know I love Bonzo, I love Sauce because they're the top two on Hedera. And Bonzo is a borrow lend. They call it the liquidity layer, but SaucerSwap is the biggest decentralized exchange. And they're currently at 73 million total value locked. So that's the one we're going to look at because it is the decentralized exchange on Hedera. Let's take a look. Their price at the moment is 0.05 cents. Fully diluted value, 55 million. Their market cap is 46 million. They have $1 billion and 840 million are out. So most of the tokens are already out. That's great. I've been holding off doing a Sauce video and then I realized why. The reason I was holding off is because they're coming out with a new website. They're coming out with a new app in major changes. So I thought, I'll wait till that happens and talk about it. And then I thought, you know what? There's only like 6,000 or 7,000 people that follow me on YouTube. Why not tell them all right now before that comes out? Again, not telling you what to do, big dumb animal. I own Sauce. I own a substantial amount. I own Hedera, full transparency. So if we look at the Sauce price, and then I'm going to get to the good part, what you're waiting for. Last year, 2024, it hit a high of around 26 cents, and then it hit a high of around 16 cents here. The end of 24, both those were run-ups over the last year. And then recently it shot up because Hedera shot up. And I believe it's going to keep going. So what did I do? Here's what I did. It's in a text file. It doesn't look all that great. If you want flashy stuff, wrong show. And I used AI to help with this because... So in 2020 and 2021, let's go back to the last bull run. And let's look at SaucerSwaps back then, which they're decentralized exchanges. The 3 most popular, Uniswap, Cake, and Sushi. Here they are in these first 3 rows. Uniswap was for swapping things on Ethereum, just like SaucerSwap is for swapping things on Hedera. Cake was also on Ethereum, and Sushi was Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so two of the most popular, and these were the most popular exchanges on them. Great. What happened to Uniswap? You can see here, and it went through all the math and it tried to pick during that time frame the lowest price and then the highest price. So it went from about 40 cents to around $45. That's a 10,644% increase. Cake did a 22,560 and Sushi did a 4,836%. So naturally, the next question is, okay, well, if that were to happen this time around in this bull run, and we chose the decentralized exchange on one of those popular networks, if it were to do the same percent increase, what would it look like? Meaning sauce, it's currently at 5 cents. If it matches Uniswap's, it would be at $3.14. If it matched Cake, $6.62. If it matched Sushi's, $1.44. Okay, great. So the price went up. What does that really mean? Here's what it means. If you invested $1,000 into sauce at today's price, which looks like about 6 cents, what would it be with those three increases? Check it out. With Uniswap's, it would end up being $107,000. With Cake's appreciation, it would be $226,000. It's hard to say with a straight face because it sounds ridiculous, but it happened in the past. With Sushi's increase, $49,000. So if it mirrors these, it would be somewhere between $50,000 and $225,000. That may sound crazy, but those numbers and those appreciations actually happened. Okay, over time, as markets mature and more capital comes in, theoretically they become less volatile, therefore the gains become less and less. So there's a lot of variables here, but this is the best possible comparison that I could come up with, which was the last bull run that happened. What were the top exchanges on some of the best layer ones and how did they increase? And let's apply that to SaucerSwap, the top exchange on Hedera, one of the top layer ones. So the percentage increases this time around, and as the market matures, may get less and less. But to give you an idea, that actually happened and it might happen again. I would love to see it. I own some. I wanted to put this out to show it to you. And I will do an update video when they change everything. But I'm hoping when they change their app, their website, they announce all of those great things that they're doing, the price would spike even more. We shall see. Have a great day. Hope this was helpful. I tried to keep it short. These are my favorite ones to do. Thanks for watching. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto.